I put 10 Wardens in this arena, but for every like on this tweet, I add 1 more, and for every retweet, I add 5 more. Then, I'm going to fight all of them at once. I left the tweet up for a few days, and it ended up with 19 likes and 11 retweets, which means I need to add 74 more Wardens. So, how can I possibly defeat 84 Wardens? To tank the damage from even 1 Warden requires maxed out armor and a potion of the Turtle Master, so there's no way I could survive 84 times that much damage. I can't tower out of the range of their long range attack because I placed a barrier block ceiling above the arena. This means my only option is to find a way to kill them all without getting aggro. Wardens have a unique way of becoming aggressive. Since they are blind, they can't attack on sight like other hostile mobs. Instead, they have to track you down using sound and smell. Anytime they hear or smell the player, they will add to their anger meter. Once their anger meter fills up, they will lock onto the player and attack relentlessly. But if a player attacks a Warden first, it will instantly reach full anger and the player will no longer be able to hide. Using the Swift Sneak enchantment and a speed potion, I can easily sneak fast enough to move out of their smell range, but I still need a way to damage them. Fortunately, a solution to this problem lies in end crystals. If I shoot a Warden with my bow, it will immediately gain aggro, but if I shoot an end crystal, it doesn't register as an attack from a player, so the Wardens will not instantly maul me. Plus, end crystals do a lot of area of effect damage, which makes them a great option for taking down a bunch of enemies at once. So my strategy consisted of sneaking in circles around the arena and detonating end crystals on groups of Wardens. As long as I keep moving and don't accidentally shoot a Warden, I should be able to slowly whittle down their health and eventually take them down. The problem is, 500 health is quite a lot, and after nearly an hour, all of the Wardens were still alive. And an hour is a long time to go without making any mistakes. And I shot a Warden. I have no idea how that was in his hitbox. After failing my first attempt, I decided to re-evaluate my strategy. I can't tower high enough to avoid their ranged attack, but I may still be able to get far enough away. This time, I started building a wool barricade across the middle of the arena. If I can get all the Wardens on one side, I can attack them at range without them being able to fight back. Wardens naturally path toward the player, even if they can't detect you. I took advantage of this to lure as many Wardens as possible to one side of the barricade. Eventually, I was able to complete the barricade, but there were still 5 Wardens on my side. I decided to deal with them using the end crystal strategy I employed during my first attempt. It took about 20 minutes, but eventually I was able to take them out. Now I just had to deal with the remaining 79 Wardens on the other side of the barricade. I made sure I was more than 15 blocks away, and then I brought out my favorite area of effect weapon, Firework rockets. Now all of them are mad except for that one all the way over there. Yep, I'm seeing Warden start to die. Okay, I'm all out of rockets, so we may have miscalculated a little bit on the supplies, but that's okay. Once my 3 stacks of rockets ran out, I realized that I hadn't brought enough, since most of the Wardens were still alive. In order to pull this off, I needed a new plan. I waited for a couple minutes to let their aggro wear off, and then I added a layer of obsidian to the barricade. With the barricade explosion-proofed, I could now place end crystals on top of it and detonate them on the crowd of Wardens. Eventually, there were only a few Wardens remaining, which I finished off with my bow until just one was left, which I decided to take on the old-fashioned way. And say goodnight. The final Warden is dead. And with that, I successfully defeated 84 Wardens, and my challenge is complete.